Hi guys, I'm back home, so I've got my little table back here, and I want to use the Herbal Tarot for today's reading. I haven't used these cards in ages now, so I'm really excited what these cards want you to know about Monday, the 12th of December 2022. Let me show you some of the cards before I use them. And I also always use the little guidebook with this deck to give me the herb meanings, like Angelica and Damiana and Lady's Mantle and Marijuana and Sage and what? Uva Ursi. Okay. So these cards, I like the kind of simple characters here. I think it's really pretty. And the bright colors, of course. So let's see what these cards want you to be aware of then. And what this day is going to look like. Bong. Bong. Right, let's see. First card is Plantain, and that's Justice. Okay. Then we've got Turmeric, which is the Five of Wands. Okay. Ooh, and Chamomile, the Ace of Swords. The Ace is always a gift from the universe. So the big gift is the way you see things very, very clearly, the way you can have amazing ideas, and how inspired you feel. Okay, so let's have a look at each card. The Justice card is the 11th card in the Major Arcana. And I always call it the cause and effect card because it says that things are really balanced at the moment, and what you put in, you're going to get out. The scales are also perfectly symmetrical and they're balanced, which is interesting because recently I was looking at the Morgan Greer deck, and the Justice scales in that are tilted. So here, everything that you put in and you have a certain expectation of the outcome, you'll get the outcome that you're expecting and that you want. So that's very, very helpful, because if you're planning something and the outcome isn't guaranteed, this card is saying it's very likely to work in your favor, possibly because you're so switched on and you see things so clearly. You're able to communicate amazingly. Swords is the element of air, and air rules anything to do with getting your point across, education, abstract ways of thinking, coming up with new ways of thinking, and it's like a eureka moment. It's the king of all ideas, so it's something that comes in that really, really inspires you. So there's a sense of motivation associated with this, because if your mind is lit up and you're just full of ideas, then that usually comes with a sense of, okay, great, I want to implement all these great ideas. Okay, so Justice, we've got a sword here as well, which is unusual. Because usually the Justice card, is it unusual? She appears as a judge. Sometimes she's blindfolded and sometimes she isn't. Sometimes she has a sword, sometimes she doesn't. So it's interesting that we've got a sword in this deck, and then we have the Ace of Swords that kind of emphasizes the point that ideas are really something that kind of just support you and you're inspired without even trying. Because the Ace of Swords, again, we've got this disembodied hand coming out of a cloud. It's just kind of handed to you. We've also got a crystal ball. So that's the future as far as I'm concerned. Or it's divination, trying to divine what the future could be. So any situation like that, you're only going to look in your crystal ball or ask the tarot if you haven't got the outcome, if it's still a mystery. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you put something in to a situation, work or in your personal life or anything at all, then you're going to get out what you expect. Let's see what plantain means. Okay, divination. Adjustment, making things right. Correct allotment of time, finances, and attention. So you can bring balance to any of these areas. Time management, your finances, and you're able to, again, focus on them so clearly. You give it the attention that it needs so that you are able to make things right. Wow. Okay, next we've got the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands is about five boys kind of playing and knocking sticks together. And it's really important. It's the way they socialize and they learn about themselves, because any kind of healthy competition is something that can teach you about your own hidden strengths, something that you didn't know. Like imagine you're showing up at an art class and I don't know, you've never been exposed to making your art ever before, and you pick up the pencil and the paper, and the teacher says, okay, draw this little statue of a bird, and suddenly you create this amazing thing. It's that kind of group situation where you're doing something which can be evaluated by other people, or where you can get feedback, and you then realize, wow, I may be onto something here. So it's interesting because with the Justice card, you're very inspired in terms of your ideas. The Five of Wands says if there's any kind of trivial conflict, or if it's even a bit more serious, you'll be able to figure that out very easily and navigate it so that you can come out on top as such. Or if it's something you're competing, you suddenly get very clear on this hidden talent that you weren't quite aware of, and you actually believe it. So 10 of us sprinted and I won. I must be quite good at running, for example. Let's see what turmeric is. 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Okay. Commitment, determination to play and win. Oh, determination to play and win. Yeah. So being around other people today is a good idea because it reveals something in you. And also if you actually like the process of competing, if you find that exciting and fulfilling, then try and do something like that where you can really show off your skills. Finally, the Ace of Swords is this blessing in terms of your ideas. And let's see what chamomile is about. Swords. Victory, attainment of complete self-acceptance and acceptance of others, inner peace and contentment. Oh, wow. So that's saying different things here than just the Ace of Swords in terms of being massively inspired. It also says that you can learn to accept yourself, or you suddenly understand something about yourself that helps you with that. And your relationships with other people are supported, which I've never really associated with swords, so that's unique to this deck. So that's even better with the Five of Wands, which is all about other people. So if you have an opportunity to compete or to socialize or to be around other people, to do group work or to brainstorm, it's something that is going to pay off in terms of self-understanding and acceptance, and also to build really wonderful relationships with other people, inner peace and contentment. So this is a day where you're kind of impressed with yourself for seeing things so clearly and having great ideas, working well with others, and having the faith to implement the things you want, and then to trust that they will work out. So as far as starts to the week goes, this is very, very encouraging. Number-wise, we've got 11 and 5, that's 16. 16 and 1 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8, and 8 in numerology is strength and power. So brain power, competing power, and this really strong faith that says just keep going and expect the outcome that you want to appear sooner or later, and just be patient in the meantime and keep doing what you're doing. Great. So I hope that gives you an idea of Monday the 12th, what it kind of looks like. If you'd like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. And I use the tarot, numerology, and astrology in my personal readings. If you have any questions about what's coming up in future or what your real talents are, hidden strengths that you'd like to be aware of. If you have questions about relationships or finance or connection with institutions, travel, work, hopes and dreams, spirituality, anything at all really, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share it online. Have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.